Ciao amici, Larry Geiger from Pompilios restaurant, and welcome to our kitchen. Many times I get asked, how do I make one of the classic dishes you make in your restaurant at home? Well, today we're going to go upstairs to Mama Rose's original kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to make fresh beef rigatoni bolognese using our bolognese sauce. Now that we're in the kitchen, I'm going to show you how to combine the beef with our bolognese sauce to make meat bolognese. So I have two different types of cuts here. I have regular ground beef and a higher end type of cut beef. So what we use at the restaurant, we use ground beef. Very simple, very easy. It'll be a lot quicker to cook. But if you're out and about and you want to use a high-end cut like a sirloin or some sort of strip, or what we use sometimes is prime rib, you can get this cut it up the same way. Pretty simple when it comes to seasoning the beef. We just have kosher salt and black ground pepper. Obviously, the most important part is to have fresh ground beef. Now you can get that at your local grocery store, or you can get it at a farmer's market around where you live. So what we use in a restaurant is regular ground beef. But what you can do to add a little bit more flavor is you can get a specialty cut type of beef. Now you can go to your local grocery market or anything and they can cut you something nice. So with the fresh ground beef, what we want to season it, very simple. We use kosher salt and black pepper. Put that together, combine it so it's nice and seasoned. But you can actually do any type of seasoning you want. So you can use Cajun, more spicier seasoning, or you can use Italian seasoning. We just prefer this, pretty simple. What this does, it'll help the sauce bring it out. So now that we have combined and seasoned our beef, we are going to take this over to our skillet and we're going to brown it up and finish it off. While we're doing that on our stovetop, we're also going to be warming up our bolognese sauce. Once it is warmed up, once our beef is seasoned with the juices inside, we'll combine to finish off the dish. So now that my beef is seasoned, now it's time to make a rigatoni bolognese. So first I got my skillet warmed up. I'm going to heat the butter. What we did before is we seasoned the beef. Put nice black pepper, salt into it, we grinded it up, we seasoned every bit of it. Now don't make the mistake of putting it on top. What you want to do with this dish is just to really get into it and get the seasoning into it so we get all parts of it seasoned and we'll give it a better flavor at the end. So now that my butter's all ready, so I will just take this, break it up. I prefer to break it by hand, but you don't need to have to break it by hand. You can get a spatula, put it in there, work it in. Now if you really like it salty, you can add a little bit more salt and pepper, but we did enough earlier, we'll just let that go. Now we have it on medium-high heat. We got our beef browning in butter. And while we're doing that, now it's time to get our pot going for our pasta. So on a separate pot, I already have my pot boiling with the salted water on it. Now I'm going to add in a half a gallon of water. Most recipes call for a gallon of water for every pound of pasta. We like to use half a gallon to get our water more starchy because it helps us finish off our sauce. Now, if you're unfamiliar with cooking at home, try not to have the pot already warm up. You may get burned. But since we're professionals around here, we're able to do it. Now that I have my pasta water in my separate pan, a smaller pan, I'm adding my rigatoni. My beef is still browning. So what I'm looking for here is just to get all the red out. it gets going, you can start smelling the beef. Butter coming together. Browning adds a lot more flavor to it. With the salt, pepper in there. Okay. So now they have my beef. You don't see any red in it to it. So most of it is, I'd say it's about a little over halfway done. So at this point is we want to drain all the butter out. You don't want to leave the butter in there because that really drown the sauce. What we do, if you have a strainer at home, preferably do this over your sink. A little bit of butter left in there. Drain my beef nice and good. So I'm going to dial down the temperature just a bit. And my beef back into the skillet. And now for our secret ingredient, bolognese. See all the tomato flavors, vegetables, mushrooms. So bolognese is a traditional beef dish. So what we do is we just add a little bit more mushroom to our sauce to give it that nice beef flavor without using the beef. So now that we have the beef in here, we'll get that true beef flavor. So now that our pasta's a little going, see it's still a little loose, what we will do is here take about a half a cup of pasta water, all the starch is in there. Ladle here. Nice and going. There in there. Just get that in there. Pasta water to it. Now we just want to stir it around. You see how a little loose it is. That's why we want to let it cook. So we're about 4 or 5 minutes into the pasta. The way we like our pasta here at the restaurant is to be al dente. And what does al dente mean? It means it just has a little bit more crunch in the pasta than you would do if you let it cook all the way. So the trouble that some home cooks have is that they'll keep the pasta in the water a little bit too long so they can't judge it and see if the pasta is done or not. So the way we like to do it is about halfway through, a little bit over halfway, so about 6 minutes. Is we'll drain the water, take the pasta, and let it finish it off in the sauce. About 6 minutes. So I'm going to give it a little try before I take it out. Okay, so my rigatoni is about halfway done here, around 6 minutes. So in the final 4 to 5 minutes, I'm going to let it sit in sauce. So now I want to drain my pasta. Pasta, as you can see, it's still a little bit hard. So our bolognese is going really well now. So we put the pasta in there, and as I said before, what we'll do is we'll let it sit in here, we'll work it in. And all the juices, starch, and the sauce are coming together. We just want to let this sit on the stove for another 4 or 5 minutes. You taste the pasta periodically. As I said, with the al dente, you want it to have just a bite. You don't want it to be really crunchy, so you want to have a bite. Working it in there. So the beef's coming together with the sauce. Smell the aromas. Now that our pasta sauce has come together and looks like our rigatoni is finally finished. One last one. Oh, that's perfect. Now we're time to plate. One last flip. Plate out here. The 26-ounce jar, ground beef. You probably get about 2 to 4 servings unless you're really hungry. You can get 1. There we have it. Fresh ground beef with our Pompilios bolognese sauce, and we have a rigatoni bolognese. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you and your family can enjoy this classic dish in your kitchen. Now, excuse me while I plate this dish, and I serve it to one of the hungry customers we have in our restaurant.
For more than 160 years, Fifth Third Bank has been a champion of dreams. It's the dreams of those who work hard for a better tomorrow that drive us. As we've always done, we're here to support our customers, their families, their businesses, and our communities.